Wow, it's so good to see all of you again. Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with the Brandon Boyd Show. It is so good to see all of you. I've been traveling like a madman over the last few weeks, and I'm not kidding. I've been to Chicago, to Portugal, to New York, to South Florida, and a lot of places in between over the last few weeks. And long story short, I literally haven't had time to upload videos just because of the schedule, but I'm really glad to be back here. We're going to be doing this on a consistent basis again, and I'm really excited to be joining you today. You can see I've got a little bit of a new background. I'm testing out a little bit of a new space here, and we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Let me know if you like the background or not. Now, these weekly news updates come out every Sunday evening, and my goal is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. Super simple to follow along. On one side of the screen, you'll have a list of topics with a timer down below and timestamps down in the description below. It couldn't be much easier than that. And we've got a lot of topics to cover today, including an expiring offer on the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. We've got a new card from Wells Fargo and new elevated card offers as well. And I'm gonna share a story as it relates to getting to the airport on time and how do you handle dealing with a partner or spouse that isn't quite having the sense of urgency that you need them to get to the airport on time. That and a lot more. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. And when you apply using my referral link, it does greatly help support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. We've got a lot of stuff to cover this week, including a free food deal from Chipotle that I'll get to at the end of the show. We've got a lot to do. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Now, many of you know that I recommend the Chase Sapphire Preferred card as a card that you should start your credit card points and miles journey with for a multitude of different reasons. And right now, there's an elevated offer on this card that will be expiring soon, along with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So right now, both cards are offering 75,000 point bonuses. Now, the annual fee for the Sapphire Preferred is $95 versus the $550 annual fee for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and both cards will allow you to get the 75,000 bonus points after you spend $4,000 in purchases in the first 3 months of account opening. Now, it does look like the offer will end at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on June 13th, according to our sources. So again, if you're interested in these cards, especially if you're new into points and miles, this is the card to pick up. I'm speaking about the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. It's a low annual fee card, but it does a lot for you. Make sure you take advantage of one of these two cards if it's been on your to-do list, and make sure you use my link down in the description below. I'm always a fan of elevated card offers, and especially when it comes to Hilton cards. First, let's start out with the Hilton Honors American Express card. Right now, you can earn 70,000 Hilton Honors bonus points plus a free night reward after you spend $2,000 in purchases in the first 6 months of card membership. Now, this offer does end July 31st of 2024. Now, the old offer previously was a higher points offer of 80,000 Hilton points, but it didn't come with that free night reward, and that's really important because the free night reward should be worth a lot more than the 10,000 additional points from the old offer. Not to be outdone, the Hilton Surpass card is offering 130,000 Hilton Honors bonus points plus a free night reward after $3,000 spent. So this is great. I love free night rewards, and even though the points may not be as high as they've always been in terms of the bonus, the free night rewards can definitely add up quickly, and I love free night certificates. I feel like I travel all the time on free night certificates. In fact, when Kayla asked me, hey, do you want to go somewhere? I say, do we have a free night or do we have points for that, of course? But these are great offers. I highly recommend picking these up. They're low or no annual fee cards for both of these, so it's not something that's going to break the bank. If you're interested in either one, make sure you check my link down in the description. And not to be outdone, Marriott is jumping on board with a bonus of their own. Right now, the Marriott Bonvoy Business Card has a limited time offer where you can earn 5 free night awards after you spend $8,000 in purchases in the first 6 months of card membership. Now, the redemption level is up to 50,000 Marriott Bonvoy points for each free night award. This offer expires July 10th, so it's coming up soon. You got a little bit of time, but still plenty of time to go in there and snag that. And this is higher than the previous welcome offer that we've seen of 3 free night awards on this same card, so you get an additional 2 free nights. There's a little bit more spend involved. In this case, you have to spend $8,000 versus the previous offer of $6,000 spend in order to get the 3 free nights. So a little bit more spend, but give me a break. That shouldn't be that hard to do to get 2 additional free nights. Definitely worth it in my opinion. Make sure you take a look at this, and if you're worried about getting a business card, for those of you that aren't into credit card points and miles as much as I am, then take a look at my video down in the description below where I talk about how to get business cards and if it's right for you. You know, a couple times a year, Southwest has elevated offers on their credit cards, and it's really helpful if you're trying to get Companion Pass. And if you're not familiar with Companion Pass, it's the best deal in the travel industry. It's essentially buy one, get one free flights for you and a partner. Now, this one is coming in the middle of the year, which isn't the best time for Companion Pass sake, but these elevated offers are still worth considering. First, we've got the Rapid Rewards Plus credit card where you can earn 85,000 bonus points after $3,000 spent in 3 months. The Priority Credit Card, which also gives you 85,000 points after $3,000 spent in the first 3 months, although it does have a higher annual fee. And then you have the Southwest Rapid Rewards Premier Credit Card, where you can earn 85,000 after spending 3,000 in purchases as well. So definitely all three of these are worth considering. You do need to accumulate 135,000 Rapid Rewards points in a given calendar year in order to earn Companion Pass. Now, you don't want to earn all those points right in the middle or back half of the year, which is why I don't suggest necessarily going with these offers. To be quite frank with you, I don't want to mislead you here. If I'm in your shoes, I wait for these offers to come around again, and they should around maybe late October, November timeframe, and wait and do it then. But if you're in the market for a Southwest card and you need it, you want it, you're a Rapid Rewards member and you want to get a big bonus, you can definitely pick these up. But in my opinion, if I'm going for Companion Pass, I'd wait it out. Wells Fargo has launched a new credit card that can get you 4% cash back in a lot of different categories. Wells Fargo has launched the Wells Fargo Attune World Elite MasterCard. It has a $100 sign-up bonus after $500 in spend within the first 3 months, which is really easy to hit. I do like that. And there is no annual fee on the card, which is nice, but the really great part about this card is that you get 4% cash back in several categories, including fitness and wellness, gym memberships, exercise classes, salons, spas, sports recreation activities, entertainment activities, and even public transit, EV charging stations, and thrift stores. Now, while the welcome bonus of $100 isn't really that great, to be honest with you, it's a no annual fee card, so what do you have to lose there? But you can get 4% back on a lot of categories with this card, so it's definitely worth considering. I like that Wells Fargo continues to step up their game. Now, is Wells Fargo as big as Chase and American Express when it comes to really great offers and really great offerings with credit cards? They're not quite there yet, but I do like the direction that they've been heading over the last 18 months to 2 years. They keep bringing out new cards with new bonus structures, and I do like that. I like that they're bringing out new products, so kudos to Wells Fargo. Am I going to pick this one up? Probably not, but if you're looking for a no annual fee card that gives you good percentage cash back, it's hard to do much better than this one. You know, every week on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I always like to share an interesting story as it relates to credit cards, finance, money, and how that comes together with personal relationships, and this week is no different. This story involves a married couple, one husband that's a really type A personality and likes to do things by the book and get there on time, and the wife that's kind of, we'll get there when we get there. Makes for an interesting story for sure, and this one I think is going to pique your interest. I need to know, in your opinion, who is correct in this case. Now, in this case, the husband wants to know if he is in the wrong for what he did, and we're going to need your opinion on this. Just to give some context to this story, the husband and wife live in the Pacific Northwest, while their 20-year-old daughter goes to college on the East Coast. And a couple times every semester they like to go out and visit her. So on the last trip that they went on, they were late for their flight because the wife did not want to leave and go to the airport in time. They couldn't get her going, and essentially they missed their flight and missed 1.5 days of time spent with their daughter. This made the husband upset, but he was like, okay, we'll just move along with it. Well, now being late has reared its ugly head again in this story, and again, I need your feedback. So knowing what you know about what happened with their previous trip with their daughter where they missed time, let's listen to this. This is coming directly from the husband. So fast forward to now, we were flying down for a long weekend to help my daughter move. We take one flight from our town to a bigger town nearby and then fly from there to my daughter's college town. Again, it was a long morning of pushing my wife, getting her to move along. Due to their last airport mishap, I wanted to make sure I told her we needed to leave extra early so we wouldn't miss our flight. We got there on time with a bit of time to spare, and my wife was annoyed. She kept going on about, now we have to just sit here and wait 45 minutes for them to start boarding. We took our first flight and landed in the connecting city at a much larger airport. We only had about 1 hour of layover. We got off the plane at 9:15 and our next plane started boarding at 9:40. We had to take multiple rails to get from where we landed to our terminal. My wife tells me that she wants to go get coffee, and there was this little market next to our terminal that sold hot food and coffee. I asked if she wanted me to go grab it for her, and she said, no, I want Starbucks. Well, Starbucks was a rail ride away and a little bit of a walk. I told her we couldn't do that. We didn't have enough time. She stated that we had enough time, and if I wouldn't go with her, she would go by herself, and that's exactly what she did. 15 minutes went by, and she was nowhere to be seen. They started calling boarding groups, and I called my wife hoping that she was near, and she didn't answer. They even called our boarding group, and I started to panic. I called my wife 3 times, and finally on the last call she answered and said she was on her way and that it was a long line at Starbucks. I waited by the gate, but the attendant said that they would need to shut the gate in 2 minutes. I waited and waited, but she didn't show up. The attendant asked if I wanted to board, otherwise she was closing the gate, and I tried to plead with her to keep the gate open a couple more minutes and she wouldn't do it, so I boarded the plane. A few minutes later, my wife calls me saying that the attendant won't let her on, and they had already removed the boarding ramp at that point. She told me I needed to tell them to let me off the plane to be with her, and I said, no, it is not fair to do this again to our daughter. I said, I told you we didn't have time to go to Starbucks anyway. I told her to purchase a new ticket for the next flight and I would see her when she arrives. She got to her daughter's school and seemed unbothered by the whole situation and didn't even really talk about it, so I thought maybe she realized it was her fault and she just wanted to drop it, but boy was I wrong. We are now home and she hasn't talked to me since the trip over a week ago, and she is insisting that I am an a-hole. So am I an a-hole? Wow, a lot of stuff going on there. So this begs the question, just to boil it all down, if you have a traveling partner that is persistently late, maybe even causing you to miss flights, would you board a plane without them? Is the husband sending a message? Is that message being delivered too strongly? Should he have been more considerate of his wife and made sure that she didn't travel alone? Or is this some tough love? A lot of stuff going on here. I'm sure these guys are great to go on a trip with if you're doing a family trip or a group trip or something like that. I'm sure it's just a blast. But I can't wait to hear what you'll have to say about this. Would you board a plane if you knew your partner or spouse was going to miss the flight, and would you tell them to take the next one? A lot of stuff going on here. It sounds like this has been going on for years with this couple. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I like to end the show on a really good food deal. This week we've got a food deal coming from Chipotle, and it has to do with the NBA Finals. Let's go through the details. So Chipotle has announced a new free throws, free codes promotion, which they will give away up to 17,500 free entrees during the 2024 NBA Finals. So here's how it works. When a player makes all of their free throws at the line, Chipotle will drop a text to win code from the Chipotle tweets on X. So that's at Chipotle tweets on X. So for example, a player is fouled on a 2-point shot and they make both free throws, then Chipotle will send out a text to win code, again at Chipotle tweets on X. And this is important. The first 500 fans to text the designated code to 888-222 will receive a free entree from Chipotle. This is a pretty good deal for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's really easy to pick up the promo if you're really on it. If you're watching the game and keeping track and you're keeping up with at Chipotle tweets on X, you'll be able to get this code and just take advantage of it really quickly. The other reason this is really good is Chipotle has gotten really expensive over the last couple of years. I don't know if y'all have noticed it or not, but I eat at Chipotle all the time and it's getting super expensive. So if you can get a free entree from Chipotle, that is a win. That is a huge win. So definitely take advantage of this one. Make sure you're following at Chipotle tweets on X. Look out for those codes, watch the NBA Finals, and let me know if any of you all win this. Let me know down in the comments below. Well, this has been a very fun episode. I'm really happy to be back with everybody. We covered a lot of different topics. We talked about the Sapphire Preferred and Reserve cards getting ready to end their elevated offers. We talked about a new card from Wells Fargo, elevated offers on Southwest cards, Hilton cards, Marriott cards, and I've got to know what you think about that story of the traveling couple. Oh my goodness, the drama that would ensue with them. I couldn't even imagine it. I wouldn't go on a trip with them. It would drive me crazy, but I'm curious to hear what you have to say. Should the husband have left the wife behind? We'll have to see. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using my referral link, it does greatly help support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts. When you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, you are gonna get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free Chipotle, and everything in between, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.